Free elections are said to be step one in a democracy, with the hard work of unifying a nation coming afterwards. In Myanmar, that involves pursuing reform after almost 5 decades of military rule. And that's proving a long, hard road for Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy. The country is opening up and the economy is growing. But income inequality is growing too, and 26% of the population are living in poverty. For Suu Kyi, Myanmar's prosperity will only come through peace. This year, her government started landmark peace talks with most of the nation's armed ethnic groups. It's a delicate balancing act because the talks also involve the military, which holds a quarter of seats in parliament and veto power over constitutional changes.
My country is very complex. We are made up of many ethnic peoples, and as many of you know, we are still not at peace. We want all our ethnic peoples to feel that they have an equal chance to progress in our country.
But that prospect has been put on hold for the Rohingya Muslim community. The military has declared a part of Rakhine state in the country's west an operation zone. The Mongdor area is mostly home to stateless Rohingyas. Violence has flared up since the army began hunting fighters who killed 9 border guards in early October. Thousands of people have been displaced, and there have been allegations security forces have carried out extrajudicial killings and committed rapes. The government and the army deny this. But the army is controlling the flow of information and people. Last week, it let UN, US and EU representatives visit, but only certain locations. Suu Kyi says her government will investigate what's going on.
We have not accused any particular organization or group of engaging in any particular kind of activity because we do not yet have enough evidence. And all this will be made public as soon as we have gathered the evidence, and it will go through the due process of law.
She's been accused in the past of being silent on the persecution of the Rohingya community and the sectarian divisions between Buddhist nationalists and Muslims. So where will this latest conflict fit on her list of priorities as the nation's de facto leader? Natalie Pohanen, The Newsmakers.
Nurul Islam joins me now from London. He's the president of the Arakan Rohingya National Organization. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. 1 year on, has there been anything to encourage you about the government's approach to making life better for the Rohingya or to solving the problems of the Rohingya in Rakhine State?
No, despite, this is a democratic transition in Burma, and Rohingyas are not benefiting out of it. And we have, the Rohingyas are still persecuted in Myanmar, and particularly since 9th October, the government has turned the whole of northern Arakan as a hell. This is a killing ground following 9 October attacks on some police outposts, and the military crackdowns was continuing, and they are killing everyone inside, and they are committing rape, murder, looting in the whole of Arakan, in northern Arakan in particular.
This is what Aung San Suu Kyi had to say in Tokyo in November. She said, "My country is very complex. We are made up of many ethnic peoples, and as many of you know, we're still not at peace." She said, "We want all our ethnic peoples to feel that they have an equal chance to progress in our country." Do you believe her?
No, actually, no. This is she could do a lot. And regarding the plight of Rohingya, we have expected much on her. You know, this when there was a violence and deadly violent genocidal onslaught against Rohingya people in 2012, she was completely silent. And while she was in the opposition leader, now she formed the government. She's the leader of the government, but what called the democratic government. But still, she said she has her own version of justifying the current military crackdown. Even she says that recently she denied any violation of human rights going against the Rohingya people.
Sir, thank you very much for joining us. Nurul Islam, good to talk to you.